Hi everyone, this is Jasmine with Simple Beauty by Jasmine. And in this week's video, you are going to see my vacation on the Wonder of the Seas. Even though this was a week-long cruise, I was such in the moment that I didn't really get as much footage as I wanted to, but I'm going to be showing you what I did get. Before we get started, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's get into it. As you can see, we are at one of our stops. This is Costa Maya, Mexico. As a means to get around, we did rent golf carts, which was really fun, but also kind of scary, but you were able to go places that you couldn't go with a car. And right now we're heading to a place where you can shop and get massages right next to each other that is right next to the beach. It wasn't too long of a drive to get here. I think it took, I believe, around 10 minutes to get there. And buying this golf cart included getting free shots at specific places, so that was pretty nice too. And while we were driving here, there was a bunch of potholes in the road and there was a bunch of cars passing you. So like I said, it was a bit scary, but it was a nice adventure. Now the main thing about Costa Maya is actually the ancient Maya ruins. However, we weren't too particularly into that, so we just went to the beach instead. But if you were thinking of going to Costa Maya, that is something to do. There's also the Great Maya Reef if you're interested in snorkeling too. There's a little something for everybody. Now, this is the scariest part because we are on a main road and we are going way faster. I know it doesn't really look like we're going fast in the video, but trust me, on the golf cart, it felt like 100 miles an hour. And since we weren't in an actual car, we had to hug the side of the road, so that wasn't fun. Now we have arrived at our destination, and you can see how calm it is and how pretty the water is. Definitely a favorite spot. And like I was telling you about before, there are massages and restaurants right on the beach. I think there was massages for like $10 for 30 minutes. It was insane. However, we actually got our massage for $30 for 45 minutes because the ones that you see are all out in the open and the ones that we got were private, so we didn't have a bunch of people staring at us. Now, this is the first place that we headed to get some food. We got some nachos and some tequila shots. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm just going to put the name here in case you guys want to go because it's a cute little place. There's swings in the water, and then there's a dock, and at the end of the dock, there's a little place that you can sit at and eat your food and rock on the swings. You can even go into the water if you want, but unfortunately we kind of went during a colder season, so we didn't feel like going into the water. Here are the swings that you can sit on. Unfortunately, one of them was broken, but it was a perfect opportunity to get some photos, especially for Instagram, and I definitely took advantage of that. And this place right here was where we got our massages. And here's a little bit of a sneak peek of what the shops will look like if you go. And here's my hat that I decided to buy. I also bought some other things for me and my friends. And the last place that we stopped at is a restaurant called The Crazy Lobster, which I definitely recommend as well. And I was able to meet the cutest cat, and he was so sweet. And sadly, that is all the time we had left at Costa Maya, Mexico, because the ship leaves at 2, which is pretty early for a port, especially if we like to be back on the ship an hour before departure, because we do not want to be left at some random country. Despite the short amount of time, we still had fun, and I would love to get off at this port again. So for background information, I actually went on this cruise with like 50 plus other people. So it was a very fun time. And because of that, we were able to reserve the basketball court for a family and friends knockout competition. And that's what you're seeing right now. Now, there was 2 separate knockout games. There was a guys and a girls. I was fortunate enough to be one of the winners in the girls knockout competition. So after that, it was the winners for the boys knockout competition and winners for the girls. I did not win that one. However, it was fun nonetheless. And here I'd like to introduce my new friend, George. He is an 81-year-old Pinnacle member who just turned Pinnacle 2 days before meeting him. I met him playing pickleball, and he was the nicest person you could find. He's one of those people that you meet on vacations and you'll never forget them. Here you'll see me and my sister later that night heading to dinner, and as you can see, it is formal night. Me and my family for this cruise in the main dining room was assigned deck 4. Here we'd spend almost every night eating dinner. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of their food. I'd rather eat at the Windjammer. I'm just here for the vibes. This was the second to last night on our cruise and the last time we'd spend at the main dining room. This was actually my favorite night of dinner. I enjoyed everything that I ordered, and I had 2 Shirley Temples. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the main dining room's food. I'd much rather go to the Windjammer, but to each their own. After, we went to Central Park to kind of hang out, and you would think the amount of cruises me and my family have been on, we would have been on the Rising Tide Bar, which is on a lot of Royal Caribbean cruises. I have not been on it before, so we just randomly decided, hey, why not go on it? So we did. Both doors were closed on each side, and he went over to this little thing that controls it by going up and down, and we finally started to descend. As you can see, it is not fast at all, but we timed it, and it honestly didn't take that long to get down there. It only took like 7 to 8 minutes, so... And as you finally go more down, you get a great view of the Royal Promenade. At the time we were descending, there was a little party going on. I can't exactly remember which party, but there was a bit of foot traffic. Me and my friends do enjoy some arcade time, so we did spend a little time in there. There is a great selection of different games you can play. There's single player and multiplayer. It's hard to get bored in here. Now, there was silent disco. There's 2 different ones, one in the solarium and one at the club. This is the second one at the club, and it wasn't that great, but you know, it's fine. We tried to make the best out of it. You can see me here at the end of the night, exhausted. I did turn in a little bit earlier than everyone else because I could barely stand anymore. They have the randomest channels on these TVs, but I ended up ending the night off with a croissant documentary on like how to make croissants. So that was fun, and then I was just craving a croissant the next day, like the entire day. Now, we are skipping to the depressing part of a cruise, which is the day you get off. You have to wake up so early, eat some breakfast, and just walk off the boat. That's it. And that's what we did. Thank you guys so much for watching my vlog. I wish I had more videos to share with you, but like I said, I was kind of living in the moment, so I didn't really have much videos to show you, but I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a simply beautiful day. Bye. See you next time.